Most people think growing mushrooms at home requires a degree in mycology or a basement that looks like a science lab. But this little setup from ZOYOYES is trying to change that narrative. It is essentially a vertical, self-contained environment that takes the guesswork out of the process. Standing at 60 inches tall, it is surprisingly slim, meaning it can tuck into a corner of a bedroom or a closet without turning the living room into a greenhouse. The footprint is small enough that it doesn't feel like a piece of heavy furniture, yet it offers enough vertical space to stack a few monotubs or smaller containers comfortably. What makes this thing actually useful for a beginner is that it comes with the lighting already sorted out. There is a dedicated, mushroom-optimized light system included, and it even has a timer built in. That is a massive relief, because anyone who has tried to manually manage light cycles knows how quickly that becomes a chore. You just set it and let the tent handle the rhythm. The Oxford fabric cover feels sturdy enough to handle the humidity inside without getting soggy or smelling like mildew, which is a common issue with cheaper, thinner materials. It keeps everything contained, so you aren't dealing with spores or moisture drifting out into the rest of the house. Now here is the thing about the design. It features 4-inch vent ports, which is a smart move. It means you aren't locked into a basic setup forever. If you decide to get serious and add an inline fan for better airflow or a dedicated humidifier to keep the humidity levels dialed in, the ports are already there waiting for you. It grows with the hobbyist. However, it is worth noting that while the frame is solid, it is lightweight. We are talking about 6 pounds here, so it is not exactly a heavy-duty industrial unit. It is meant for home use, and it feels like it. You might find the zippers a little stiff right out of the box, which is a minor annoyance, but they do the job of keeping the environment sealed. Honestly, for someone just starting out, the biggest hurdle is usually the complexity of the setup. This removes the need for custom wiring or building a frame from scratch. It is essentially a plug-and-play solution for a hobby that usually demands a lot of DIY effort. It is not going to replace a professional-grade commercial chamber, but for a home grower who wants to keep things clean, organized, and simple, it hits the mark. It is a straightforward, no-nonsense piece of gear that makes the whole process feel a lot less intimidating. If you have been on the fence about starting a mushroom project because you didn't want to clutter up your space, this is probably the most approachable way to get going.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.